Welcome to the first episode of The Cosmic Parent. If you've ever watched your child light up completely for something and then one day out of nowhere just stop, and you couldn't figure out if something was wrong with them or wrong with you for letting them quit, this video is for you. Today we're starting season 1 of the Type Files, 5 episodes, one for each human design type. And we're starting with the most common one, the generator. My firstborn child, Emerson, is a generator. I'm Chris Kadowski. I've spent the last 7 years studying human design, astrology, and what I call soul themes, and building a framework that helps parents understand who their children actually are, not who the world is trying to turn them into. That work became SoulPrint. But before we get there, let's talk about your generator child. Generators make up roughly 37% of the population. They are the most common human design type, and they are the energetic backbone of how the world gets built. The generator is defined by one thing above everything else: a consistent, reliable, sustainable life force energy that lives in their sacral center. Now, if you don't know what the sacral center is yet, don't worry. Here's all you need to know right now. Your generator child woke up this morning with a full tank, and if they spend that day doing things that genuinely light them up, things their body said yes to, they will go to bed satisfied and wake up tomorrow with a full tank again. That's the design. That's the gift. But here's what happens to most generator children. They go to school and spend 6 hours doing things nobody asked them if they wanted to do. They come home and they're asked to do homework for subjects that don't interest them. They're put in activities chosen by well-meaning parents. They're told to finish what they started, even when every cell in their body is screaming stop. And slowly, over years, that full tank starts feeling less like a gift and more like a burden, because all that energy has nowhere real to go. The frustrated generator child isn't broken. They're running on the wrong fuel. Think about that for a second. The generator strategy in human design is called responding. This is one of the most misunderstood concepts in human design, especially when it comes to children. So I want to spend some real time here so you understand deeply. Your generator is not designed to initiate. They're not designed to wake up and decide from scratch what they want to do with their life. Their guidance system doesn't work that way. Their guidance system is in their body, specifically in that sacral center. And it communicates in a very particular way, through a gut response to what's in front of them. You've heard it probably. If you have a generator child, you've definitely heard it. That's a yes. That's a no. Not words, sounds, coming from somewhere below the throat, below the chest, from the gut itself. That sound is not a communication failure. That is your generator child's most honest, most accurate guidance system speaking, before their mind gets involved, before social pressure gets involved, before the fear of disappointing you gets involved. That gut sound is the truth. And most of us as parents have been training it out of them since they were 3. Use your words. Don't just grunt. Tell me yes or no properly. I'm not saying teach your child not to communicate. I'm saying learn to hear what they're already telling you before the words. Let's get back to where we started for a second, because this is the thing I hear from parents of generator children more than anything else. My child starts everything and finishes nothing. Soccer for 3 months, done. Dancing lessons, done. Art class, done. And you're standing there wondering if you're raising a quitter or if you're enabling one by letting them stop. Here's the human design lens on this, and it's going to feel counterintuitive. The generator child who quits something is not failing. They're succeeding at finding something much more important. They're learning to recognize when their sacral center has withdrawn its yes. The sacral response isn't a one-time decision. It's a living, ongoing conversation. Your generator child's body said yes to soccer in September. It meant yes in September. By December, it means something different. The energy withdrew. The response changed. When we force a generator child to continue past that point in the name of commitment, in the name of not being a quitter, we teach them to override the most important guidance system they have. We teach them that their body's wisdom is less important than other people's expectations. And that lesson follows them into adulthood. It's how you get a 40-year-old generator who has been in the wrong career for 15 years because nobody ever told them it was okay to follow the yes. Now, I'm not saying there's no value in teaching follow through. There is. But there's a difference between teaching a child to honor commitments to other people and forcing them to override their own internal truth. Know which one you're doing. So, practically, what does this mean for how you parent a generator child? First, present, don't push. Instead of enrolling them in something and hoping they love it, present options and watch the response. Not just the verbal response, the whole body response. Does their face light up? Does their energy lift? Or do they go slightly flat, slightly polite, slightly compliant in that way that tells you the yes isn't real? Second, ask sacral questions. These are yes or no questions directed at the body, not the mind. Does stalker still feel good? Do you want to keep going with piano? Not, what do you want to do? That's too open for them, too cognitive. Yes or no, body first. Third, protect their rest. A generator running on empty is a generator in burnout. And generator burnout doesn't look like tiredness, it looks like rage. It looks like frustration that spills onto everyone in the room. When your generator child is consistently frustrated, irritable, impossible to reach, ask yourself what they've been doing with their energy. Has any of it gone toward things they actually choose? Fourth, celebrate the yes. When your generator child is finding something that genuinely lights them up, a subject, a sport, creative pursuit, a friendship, honor it, feed it. Don't minimize it because it's not what you expected or what you would have chosen. That lit up state in your child is in alignment with their design. It's the most important thing you can cultivate in them. So here's the long view on all of this. The generator who grows up with permission to follow their sacral response becomes something remarkable. They find work they love and are relentless in it because the energy is self-replenishing when it's going toward the right things. They build, they sustain, they create things that last. The generator who grows up overriding their response, doing what's expected, finishing what they started regardless of whether it's right, performing commitment at the expense of truth, becomes the adult who is chronically tired, chronically frustrated, and can't figure out why. You have the chance right now to give your child a framework that changes that trajectory, not by fixing them, not by managing them, but by understanding how they were built and parenting them accordingly. Everything I just described, your child's generator type, their sacral authority, how their specific design expresses in their body and their life is inside their SoulPrint, not as a technical report, not as a chart you have to decode, as a 97-page personalized manuscript written directly to your child in warm, accessible language. Their astrology, their human design, their soul themes, all of it woven together into something they can read at 7, return to at 15, and still find truth in at 30. Every generator child I've written a SoulPrint for, their parents say the same thing. Finally understand why they are the way they are, and so do they. If that's what you want for your child, the link is below. I'd be honored to write it for them. Before you go, the next episode we're covering is the manifesting generator. The generator's faster, more chaotic, more multiply passionate cousin. If you have a manifesting generator, that's going to be something really, really interesting that we're going to dive deep into, and you're going to want to hear this. So subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.